The mic is on and I am live. Happy Friday, y'all. It's Jasmine Elizabeth. Thank you for joining me for Dear Jassy on whatever platform you may be on, whether it's Facebook, Amazon, Instagram, YouTube. Thank you for spending Friday afternoon with me. Of course, I'm going to give you some time to log on and get comfortable and all that jazz. But make sure you are following through our page, not on my page. Go to our page and follow directly from that link, and then share it to your page so that we can extend the conversation so your people can get in on the conversation too. So, as you know, this is Dear Jassy, where we talk about what's in our inbox. And you're able to send me scenarios, conversations, thoughts, questions, whatever is on your mind. And we talk about it every Friday. And so we would like you to send your submissions to Dear Jassy at gmail.com. That's DearJassy, DearJassy. It is 2 times. DearJassy at gmail.com. Twice. So send your letters over. It's really cool because we get some interesting conversations. This week, I think, is going to be some good conversations. So I'm going to give everyone time to hop on because there's nobody on right now. So we'll wait a little bit. I'll slow down a little bit. I'll share a little bit. And we'll see how it goes. But while we're waiting, I want you to know. So our network is actually a whole network. So there's shows every week that take place. So we have different shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have Life's Little Gems. We have Bet That with Robbie the Rocket. And we have Sadidi J. She has a show. She's cute too. I watched one of her panels. And then My People with Uncle Tux. So there's different shows that you can catch. There's The Fly on the Wall. That's a good conversation too. They had a really good conversation last week. Hillary Osset, she has a show weekly that you can check out. And then you have Sports Talk. They talk boxing and they get real intense about their conversation. I was listening last week. So Round After Round, you can catch that one as well. And then Friday Funk with Brother Damo. And that's cool too because he has this platform where he plays drums. He plays the drums and he plays it over different songs and different, but every week has like a different theme. And he gives away stuff when you give away comments. And so I'm thinking I was going to win because I commented one time, but you actually have to comment multiple times. And the more comments, the better chance you have at winning something free. So check him out. He's actually coming on this Friday tonight after me. I think it's at 7. So I'm here at 4, but he'll be on at 7. So if you want to hear some drums, some nice little rhymes while you're riding, transitioning, getting ready for the night, make sure you join us. Come back, okay? So we will continue to wait. Oh, and while we're waiting, of course, I'm going to mention Sunday. Breathe. Just breathe on Sundays at Tetra. We are looking for people to come out and bless the mic. We have open mic from 4 to 5:30, and we have some really amazing poets. Last week we had some young poets come out. Shout out to Q, I believe that was his name. And then we also had Elijah, the young activist. Q, they both did a piece that was they kind of connected in my thoughts. But it's so interesting to hear from young black men and their perspective on life and the struggles and the journey and the things that they overcome. So they both blessed us with the mic, and their poems kind of touched on those perspectives. And this Sunday, we're looking to have you come bless the mic. So from 4 to 5:30, we have open mic at Tetra. and that is every Sunday. But we're looking for you this Sunday from 4 to 5:30. We have open mic, and from 2 to 4 we play spades and dominoes and Uno, and we do all that fun stuff. And then at 7, at 7 we have Battle of the Sexes. So make sure you come out Sunday to Tetra. It's a vibe. We have a massage therapist on site. We have Ms. Von Trees with her butters, and her butters are amazing. They really are amazing. And we have Janika. She comes out and pours tea. So make sure that you join us every Sunday at Tetra, 2 to 7, and then Battle of the Sexes. So let's see. I'm still waiting. But while we're waiting, we'll just get into the conversation. And then as people hop on, I'll backtrack like I always do. But I want to see who's actually watching or who is watching. If you are watching, say something in the comments so I can say hello to you. So I know that you're here. Okay, so let's read. Do you think we should read? I think we should read. Let's read, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so the first one is actually from, I don't want to say, I think it's Raquel. Raquel. And this subject is won't leave. All right. So it says, Dear Jassy, well, hey Jassy, I need to know what you think. What started as a casual sneaky leak turned into him basically moving in without permission. He leaves clothes at my place, eats my groceries, naps in my bed after work, and calls it quality time. How do I unattach this man without causing a scene? That's funny and that's cute. So first off, that's way more than a sneaky leak at this point, I think. Because sneaky leaks, those are just links that have intentional purposes, like they're sexual purposes. They're not supposed to be anything more than that. So that's like late night. There's no real spend the night bag type situations. And I feel like if it's gotten to that point, then you have definitely taken it to a different level than just a sneaky link. So you've given him permission. You've allowed it. So by allowing it, you've given him permission, even if you haven't quite vocalized it. Because you can say no. You can say, actually, you need to take your stuff with you. And he doesn't have to be at your house. Why is he at your house during work hours if he's a sneaky link? Like, that doesn't... Maybe I don't understand. Maybe I see that differently. But how I see it is, you got to wrap that up for yourself, girl. Because that's a lot of boundaries that you overstepped. And if you want more from him, then allow it to be that, because clearly it is. It's clearly more than a sneaky link if he's there all the time. And even though you want to unattach, you haven't quite unattached. So with that being the case, if it's cool and you enjoy it, just allow it to be. But if it's bothering you, then yeah, girl, you got to say something. You definitely have to. So you can take your spend the night bag and you can go and be okay with the fact that if he leaves, he leaves. And if that's not what you're okay with, then let it be what it is. Because sometimes things start off as one thing and evolve into something else, and it can be beautiful. Like, we don't always have to limit ourselves to titles and different situations like that. So if it's evolving and it's cool and you like it, then allow it to flow. But if it's too much and the purpose was simply sexual, then I would definitely put those boundaries in place and say, listen, this is a little bit more than what I bargained for. And if the sex is good and you want to maintain that, just say that too. Like, I want to keep doing what we're doing, but all this extra, you spending the night and all those things, that's just not where we are. And then see what he says. I don't know. Let me see. Do we have comments for me to see? No. I think 5 o'clock is better. All right. So, but clearly he likes you if he wants to be in your presence and he wants to be in your space. But also, I hope he has a house, like he has his own home too, because I think that's important. Like, does he have his own space and his own place to go to? Because what are they called? Like the joke they make about men who like sleep on couches and they use women for places. Like, I hope he's not a hobo type situation. Like, hopefully that's not it either, and he does actually enjoy just being in your presence and being with you, and it's not necessarily that he needs somewhere to go or to be. So I would examine that as well, because that could be tricky too. But if he likes you and you like him, I say just allow it to be, for sure. But if you're single and he's messing up your flow and you're trying to date other people and do other things, say that as well. I think a lot of this always comes down to communication. And like, sometimes we are soft in our communication and we don't necessarily want to say how we feel, maybe out of fear of not being able to do it to him anymore, or maybe the relationship changes or whatever the case may be. But I think that communication is extremely, extremely important. And setting boundaries from the jump. So like, if you're dealing with somebody and it's literally just a jump off sneaky link from the jump, like, express that. And don't allow yourself to get too emotionally attached or involved. And let me tell you, I just watched a crazy series about that on Netflix. It's called Love and Death. And it was two church couples. They, of course, they're white people, right? But not necessarily to say it like that. But it's two church couples. They went to church together, and this lady and man decide to have an affair. She pursues him. So first off, she talks to her homegirl about it. She's like, I'm bored in my marriage. I think I want to do something different. He looks like he's fuckable, but I won't fall in love with him. So this is safe. Like, we could have sex, we could have an affair, but I don't think I'll fall in love with him. So I'm going to ask him if he's down. So she pursues him. He's like, let's think about it. I have to think about it. We got to see where it's going. I don't want to hurt my wife. And I don't want to hurt my wife. That was the main thing he kept saying. I don't want to hurt my wife. But his wife, she was real rigid. She was like a real rigid church lady. And like, I could understand. Well, anyway, she was rigid and she wasn't really fun, but I understand because she was experiencing postpartum, and that's the real thing. Like, when you don't necessarily know if you feel beautiful, and she was just going through a lot. So while she was going through her situation and what she was going through, her husband decided to start having an affair. Their first rule off top was, if it gets too emotionally involved, like if we get too emotionally attached, then we got to separate. We got to go our different ways. We can't do this no more. And so they start doing it. They meet every week at the hotel. And then, of course, they fall in love. They fall in love. And the lady gets crazy. She's like, because the husband and the wife, they go on a retreat. And they end up saving their marriage. And he's at a space where, like, no, I really love my wife and I want to do right by her. this affair is hurting her. So we said that if we get too emotionally attached, it's over. So he tries to end it. And the girl goes berserk. She's like, nah, we're not doing that. So long story short, they do end up ending it because they both just were emotionally crazy. A couple months later, the wife finds out about it. She pursues the mistress about it. And then by this point, because the affair had been over for so long, the mistress was over him. She's like, I don't even want him no more. Like, it's been almost a year. Yes, I slept with your husband. And what's so crazy is, like, she slept with her husband and was keeping her kids, kept the baby. They were doing family shit together. That's how you know you gotta watch. You just gotta watch, because bitches be shady sometimes. But anyway, so she's keeping the baby, all this kind of stuff. It's crazy. And then she's like, she comes over for tea, and that's literally how the girl finds out that she's having an affair. She's like, you slept with my husband, huh? She was like, yeah, but it was a long time ago. And she says it's so cool, like it's not even a problem. The lady comes out with the axe, like, you can't have my husband. Like, we're not even about to be on that. So she attacks her, but the wife ends up losing. The mistress chops her up. I'm talking about 40 of them, full body. First one is her head, gives it to her in her head, like chops her head straight to it was crazy. So I went on this whole tangent to say, when you're inside situations and when things get emotional, things can tend to get really emotional and out of place. And so with this situation that we're talking about here, like, that's why communication is so important, and really setting boundaries, because if you don't, you can end up in a crazy ass situation. And even though that movie was intensified and dramatized, that stuff really be happening. It really, really, really does happen. And I know we all know hood stories about a side situation that got crazy, or boundaries that weren't set, or a sneaky link that didn't know they were a sneaky link. And clearly, I don't know if your dude necessarily knows he's a sneaky link. If you're letting him be over there during work hours and he's taking naps and y'all are spending quality time, and it takes two to tango, so he's not kicking it by himself. You're right there with him. So think about that. Think about your communication. Think about boundaries. Think about what you want. And like I said, if you're single and it's cool and it's not a problem, then just write it out and let it be what it is. Just totally let it be what it is. But the ball is in your court. And make sure, like I said before, that he's not a hobo, that he's not taking advantage of you, and he needs somewhere to be, and you just so happen to be that convenient space, because niggas do that type of stuff too. Girls do too. Humans do it. It kind of is more men than women, but you know. So I would definitely think about that. But communicate. If you don't want it to ride, then don't allow it to ride. And follow up with me and let me know what you ended up doing, if you unattached or not. Okay. So we'll go on to the second one. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. My best friend's man. Okay, so it says, so my best friend's man slid into my DMs at 3 a.m. with the "you up" message and a fire emoji. I left him on red, but now he's acting weird around me, and she's accusing me of being flirty. Do I tell her what he did and risk the relationship, or keep quiet and mind my business? Girl, what? How is that even a question? Because me and my girls, I'm screenshotting it as soon as you send it to me. But that's just how me and my girls are. Yeah. Because if she's tripping with you, then she wasn't your friend. And if it's a simple conversation where he could just if that's your best friend, I don't even know how that's a question. Oh, let me go into the conversations. Okay, so didn't see these comments, so my bad. Let me go back. Yes, Winston, I agree that sneaky link staying past 4:30 a.m. is crazy. That's what I said. Like, why are you at my house after normal hours? Like, if you're a sneaky link, you shouldn't be. There's no nap time. There's no spend the night bags. There's no any of that. Like, it's literally you come do what you need to do, and then you be on your way. Like, we don't even need to do any of that. And Sneak Geek, the movie is called Love and Death. And it's actually not a movie, it's an episode. Like, it's a series. It's a 7-episode series on Netflix. And it's called Love and Death. And so I'm watching, like, because it's a dope build up. Like, the build up to the build up to the situation is really dope. Because I'm like, wait, we're like 5 episodes in, and it's called Love and Death, and nobody's been killed yet. And I know somebody's going to die. So how does this work? Like, how does this even work? And it goes down. It's great. And yes, hey Vic, hey Miss Teresa. That's what I said. Like, should have told her as soon as he slid in there. That's a screenshot. And you know, because the girls, we have conversations about everything. And as soon as a nigga slides into our DMs on some craziness, like, that's not even a question. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if that's your best friend, I need to question your loyalty to your friend, because how do you even question that as her best friend? Like, if you're her best friend, how do you even have to question if you tell her that her nigga's in your... Of course you tell her. What else haven't you told her? That's crazy to me. And even if you left him on red, like, you know he was there. So it's not like, oh, I didn't read it. You clearly read it because you were able to say what it says. And we all know the classic hold where you just hold the message so you can read it, but you don't read it. Like, yeah. So, but now he's acting weird around me, and she's accusing me of being flirty. Because I'm pretty sure he beat you to the punch. You didn't say nothing, so I bet you he did. And because you didn't say nothing, why wouldn't she take his word? You know what I mean? Like, if that was just too much open space. That's just too much open space. And now who knows what he said? And then it's going to look crazy, because when you go back to be like, oh, well, he was in my DM, she's going to be like, oh, you weren't going to tell me until I told you, whoop-de-whoop. Like, that's crazy. So they clearly, if the niggas in your DMs, they don't have a relationship. You said, do I tell her what he did and risk the relationship, or keep quiet and mind my business? Yeah. I'm grateful for my friends. Miss Teresa, what if it's not your best friend, though? What if it's just somebody that you know? Like, somebody you know in the city, or an associate. If it's somebody I know, I think I'm going to say something. If I don't know it, I'm going to check the nigga. Like, why are you here? Like, that's not... Or I'm going to leave him on red. But someone close to me, I'm definitely... It's a whole conversation. It's a whole thing. But I also think, too, that, like... You know the type of man you're dealing with. And sometimes we be in denial. But you know what you're dealing with. And your best friend deserves to know that her dude was in your DMs. Like, for real, for real. I think that's what I think. So, those are the conversations. Have I ever... No. I think for us, like, I'm trying to think if I've ever had that, like, in real life experience before. No, like in middle school when it didn't really matter. I think so too. I think that's what he's used to. Like, I'm sure that's not the first time he's slid in one of his. And that's the thing too. Like, I feel like Miss Teresa said he tried it, but what is he used to as to why he even tried? If I know he has the female, that's... Yeah, so that's what I was saying too. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not something new to him, that he definitely has had that conversation before or slid in somebody's inbox before, for sure. And then I also think you're where you said that, Miss Teresa, about females having, like, when you know somebody has a man, it's an automatic turn off. There's always debates about that because a lot of times women, I don't think women respect relationships as much as men do, but that's a whole nother conversation as well. But yeah, she should have definitely, before you even sent that email, you should have definitely slid to your friend and told her, like, your dude is trying to holler at me. I'm trying to think, though. Vic, let me think. Well, I think, so I think I want to hit this from both sides, because what I find interesting is that, okay, he's sliding into her DMs, right? Which is, he's trying to talk to her behind the friend's back, which means that he's not respecting his relationship. But it often happens the other way around, where, like, a woman will try to pursue a man simply because she knows that he has a woman. Like, we have this conversation all the time. Like, some women want to deal with a nigga simply because of the woman that he deals with. And I don't think men necessarily understand that concept sometimes. And so that's why a lot of times men aren't off limits in relationships, because it's like the appealing thing of, like, oh, he's fucking with her, so let me get up on that, or let me womp on that. And it's almost like, I don't know. So we have that conversation as well. And I'm curious to know if that's something that's on this other side with men too. Like, if it's a competition, or it's like, oh, I want to fuck with her simply because I know she's that nigga's girl, or whatever the case may be. And of course, we saw that in the Diddy documentary, where it says, like, half of the girls that Diddy pursued was because she was somebody else's chick, or whatever the case may be. But I do think that's a real thing. I genuinely do. And so I think about that. I think about, how does that dynamic work? And I've learned that lesson, even though it was in high school. Like, you don't tell your friends about how good your dude does you, like, because that makes it appealing. Like, I remember we would say, I guess she was definitely not my friend, but I thought she was my friend at the time. Like, she wanted to do and be everything that I was during high school. And when she found out about my boyfriend, both of my boyfriends actually, she tried to fuck both of them behind my back, even though, like, we were friends. And she probably doesn't know I know, but she's not dumb. She knows I know, just like, I know. So it's crazy, because I think the whole reason why she pursued my niggas was because she saw how they treated me, and she wanted that for her. But she was so pretty, she could have did her own thing. So that was interesting. So I'm saying that to say that a lot of times you should probably keep those dynamics of your relationships to yourself, because it does come off to be appealing to other people. And so Miss Teresa was saying how, like, oh, if I know he has a man, then I'll walk away. But I've come to realize that not everybody sees it that way. Some people are like, oh, I want to fuck with him because he fucks with such and such. Or I want to deal with her because I know. And so I always think that's an interesting dynamic. And I don't know. What did you say, Shishi? Hey, Shishi, you aren't that. The female made you seem that. That's what I be saying. Exactly. It don't necessarily be about him. It really be about her. Like, oh, she's bossy. She's this, and she's with that nigga. Oh, I bet you I could. And so you make it seem like it's him, but it's really not about you. You're just a pawn. You're a part of the puzzle. And I know that sounds crazy, But it's real life. Me and my girls talk about it all the time, and we have real life situations where we know bitches try to deal with men that we deal with or dealt with simply because of that. And so that's interesting. And Miss Teresa says, where's the respect? Why he think he could go there? How strong? That's what I'm saying too. Like, first off, what kind of friend are you that you're even questioning if you should tell your friend? Like, he must know something. He must know the dynamics of their relationship, or he knows like your friend ain't your friend. And that's another thing too. I can tell you, in like the few relationships that I've been in, when my dude would tell me like my friend ain't my friend, and I would fight it tooth and nail, like, yes she is, yes she is, it would turn out that my friend was not my friend. And so sometimes you got to listen to that too. Niggas don't always be hating. Sometimes they can see something that you can't see. So maybe he could be testing her. He might have been trying to test her to see if she was going to let him slide. And clearly the fact that you didn't say anything, I mean, he wasn't too far off. You didn't respond true, but you didn't tell her either. So I don't know. Let's see. I don't know, Miss Teresa. I don't necessarily feel that that's a real strong friendship, but I can't judge too much. But I'm just saying, if you even have to question if you should tell, then that's crazy. So Shishi and Sean, I think y'all might have hopped in at the end. So this email is basically saying, the girl emailed me and said that her best friend's boyfriend slid in the DM like, what's up, are you up? And she left him on red, but she wanted to know if she should tell her best friend. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? And Vic, exactly. And the friend made him feel comfortable enough to do it. Exactly, Vic. So clearly he knows something. The dynamics is there. You may be flirty. Like, you may be flirty with your friend. I don't know. But clearly there's a level of comfort. You haven't said nothing to her yet. So you've given space for him to say whatever could be said. And question your friendship. So what I was saying was like, exactly, Shishi. Like, what kind of question is that? Because me and my girls, we're sending screenshots as soon as we see it. Like, get your nigga, bro. Get, like, what kind? And it's different because you said it's your best friend. If it was just a broad on the street that you knew one off, I could understand your reservations. And like, you don't know her, you don't know their dynamics, you don't know their agreement, because some people do have open relationships and you may not know that. But your best friend, girl, like, that's not even a question. That's not even a question. Miss Teresa said, exactly, Shishi. The fact that you have to ask says all that needs to be said. And that's why I said earlier, like, I'm thankful for my friends, because we understand. We just understand. Like, there's just some things we understand. There's some niggas that's for everybody, and if we all agree that nigga's for everybody, then he is. But if he's my man, like, he's my man, and that's not even a question. So yeah. Miss Teresa says there's 7 women to 1 man. Slim picking now. Cum is thicker than blood. For some is what I was told. Oh, that's a good one. Cum is thicker than blood. She said cum is thicker than blood, guys. I had a shady friend before. I learned a lot from the activities of this one dude that was in my life. Opened my eyes and turned me off. Yeah. That's back to the conversation of what we were saying. Like, who are you loyal to? Like, what do you mean save their relationship? They don't have a relationship. Like, there is no relationship. So I don't know, girl. But I'm happy that we all agree that the fact that you even had to ask makes me question your friendship and your loyalty, and you may need to look at that. And then also, how are you creating a level of comfort for him to even slide into your DMs? So that's not even on him, to be honest. And I know you probably wanted me to say something differently, but I can't. Because the truth is the truth, and that's not cool. So I hope your friend has better friends than you, to be honest. So that's the second one. I think you guys might have missed the first one. I'll give you an overview of that one. Um, the first one was, okay, Shishi, this is a funny one. So the first one was the sneaky link that won't leave. So basically, um, what'd you say, Sean, before I go to the next one? I can say sometimes it's not the female. Niggas just test anybody. Agreed. Agreed. Niggas just test anybody. And how far can I push the limit? And I think that's human, right? That's human nature. Like if you give, and not everyone, and because you have to be intentional because you don't want to be seen as someone who manipulates or uses situations, but everyone has the ability to take a mile up from an inch, or whatever that saying is. Like you give them an inch, they take a mile. So it's like, what are you allowing? And that was the first email that we were talking about too, because basically she said that she had a sneaky link, and now the sneaky link is basically at the house all the time, eating her groceries, taking naps after work, moving in without her permission. And she's like, how do I unattach from him? I'm like, girl, you gave him permission. You gave him full permission by allowing him. First off, like Weston has said earlier, Weston on YouTube was like, a sneaky link staying past 4:30 is crazy. And I feel the same way, because like a sneaky link has one purpose. There should be no spend the night bag. There should be none of that. So the fact that you've allowed clothes at your place, he's eating your groceries, he's coming over after work, like that's totally different. What do you think, Sean? What is how do you define a sneaky link? Like, are we packing a spend the night bag? Are you coming over during the day? Are we going out to lunch, or is it just strictly sexual? Like, what is a sneaky link to you? How does that work? I think I told you guys what I think, and I know y'all are typing, so I'm giving you time to answer. But, and oh, do you have to be like, our sneaky links? Because are they also like, if you're single, do you have to have a sneaky link because you're single, right? So if you're single, you don't necessarily got to sneak. So are sneaky links just for people in relationships or situations, or like? Because I feel if I'm single, I don't have to sneak, right? Do you? Do single people have sneaky links? Or is it just somebody you're fucking? Is that the same thing? Is it different? What do y'all say? Because if you're a sneaky link, you're not coming over after nap time. I mean, for nap time at my house. Like, Miss Teresa says she doesn't want anything sneaky. I agree. But that's also okay. And so even with that, like I don't want to have to sneak, but we don't have to be like out. It doesn't have to be everybody's business either. And what did you say, Miss Teresa? I don't want nothing sneaky. Sneaky leaks turn into situationships. She. So that's what I think this situation is. Like, this is no longer a sneaky link. Like, y'all got a whole situation. Like, y'all have a whole situation where y'all might be like dating or something. And like I said earlier, like if you're single and you're enjoying it, like just let it ride. Even though it started off as something that you didn't want it to be, or that you weren't expecting it to be. Like if you just started off and that's what it was, and now it's progressing into something that you enjoy, then so let it be. But I also was telling her the question, like, does he have somewhere to live? Like, does he have somewhere else to live and he's just enjoying your company? Because you know a nigga will just lay on your couch because he don't got nowhere else to be. And hopefully that's not your situation. So, like, if he enjoys your company and you enjoy his company, like, why not just allow it to be? But if you're single and he's taking up your space and you're trying to do other things with other people and other situations, then yeah, you got to put that out there and be okay with saying, like, all right, this is cool, but we need to get back to point A, where we're just strictly doing what we do because I have other things that I want to explore, and be okay with whatever he decides. But if you want to keep maintaining the physical aspects, like, say that too, like, I want to continue what we were doing before, but all this extra stuff just isn't what I want to be doing. And yep, we're not sneaky, we're just private. That's what I like. I like privacy. It doesn't have to be sneaky. I like to be private. Hey, Mama T. Hey, Mama T. That's my son's grandmother. I love her so much. Mama T got that dog in her. Let me tell you, she will pray for you. She will cuss you out, and she will bless you all at one time. And she is thorough, baby. Like, thorough. I don't call too often, but when I do call, she gives me the advice I need, the prayer I need, and she loves my son like no other. So, Miss T, shout out to you. I love you and I appreciate you so much. Yeah, she said, Miss T said, you can't be no sneaky Lee because you ain't coming in here empty handed. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, what are we doing? Like, what conversations are we having? Who are you to me? What are its conversations and its boundaries? And it's being real about what you want. And I feel like as women, we have space to do that. Like, we can define relationships on our terms. We can really go into things and say what we want. So if you have place to be like, all right, I'm trying to stay physical with you, but I don't want you up in my space, say that. And if you do want him in your space, say that too. But we don't have to settle for anything. And you're definitely not about to be on my couch week after week, month after month, and you're not contributing. So we definitely need to have a conversation about that. And I'm not saying you have to come in and pay my bills, because I handle that on my own. But like, there's some type of reciprocity. As a man anyway, you should want to be doing something. Like, as a man, you should be wanting to do something. And I don't even have to say anything because that's your role, right? So I think that we definitely need to think about that. And Miss Teresa, that's what I'm saying too. Like, do single people necessarily have to have quote unquote sneaky links? I think that's more for like cheaters, because if I don't have to sneak if I'm single, because I can communicate and I can tell you I date multiple people, or you're the only person I'm dating, or we're just having fun. But you have to be grown enough to be able to communicate that. And if you can't communicate that, then you don't need to be dating. Like, we think just because you're single that you should be engaging with other people, but emotional intelligence is a huge part of dating. And if you are not emotionally intelligent, then you should probably get your shit together before you're on the market. And I think that's the problem, is we have so many unemotionally intelligent people trying to date and find love when they don't even love themselves. And so that's a whole nother little tangent we could go on too. But communication it is. Lay the cards on the table. Boundaries are important. And if you can't communicate your boundaries, you don't need to be dating. That's just period. Tweakers only said, I'm busting and staying for breakfast. Them strokes cost. Okay, are you making breakfast though? Like, you can stay for breakfast, maybe, because as long as breakfast is done by 4:30, that's cool. You can come bust it down, stroke it, be gone by 4:30 though. My kids come home. You got to be gone. You can't be here when the kids get home. And sometimes they might be here in the morning. It doesn't even matter. But it's a reciprocity, because your strokes cost and so do mine. So it's not you just stroking all by yourself. So we need to look at that. But we could do breakfast, but you're not bringing no spend the night bags. You're not coming over for nap time. You're not eating my groceries outside of you making me breakfast. Like, we're not doing any of that if you're my Oh, booty call. That's what they used to be called. Remember? Do y'all remember that movie? Do y'all remember the movie Booty Call? That's what they were. Before Sneaky Links, we used to have booty calls, but I was too little. But that's literally what it is. Like, if it's a booty call and I'm just trying to get you naked, we don't need to do all that extra stuff. But baby girl, if you are taking naps and spending quality time, he is more than a booty call. And if you're cool with it, just be cool with it. Hey Heather. Hey Heather. Hey Heather. Oh, Miss Teresa, how you gonna have sex if he can't take his shoes off? You said don't even take your shoes off. That's too comfortable. You can't. That is funny. Well, I guess you're not. Well, you already said that you haven't dated in a long time, and you haven't had people in your DMs in a long time. But we're gonna change that for you. I can't wait to come to your wedding, and you have an amazing husband that just sweeps you off your feet and makes you just remember that all those things that you've always desired are actually you're worthy of them. So I'm gonna save this conversation because I'm definitely gonna be at your wedding, but. You gotta let him take his shoes off if you're trying to let him get naked. That's what I said, Shishi. It's strict over there. He can't take his shoes off. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, there's all these things that we were talking about, and communication is it. Sneaky links were once called booty calls. I don't know if y'all remember that. So I think single people can have booty calls. Set your expectations. If your booty calls turn into situationships where you guys start enjoying each other's company, that's cool too. If not, make sure you set them boundaries. What did Heather say? Fuck that, I need treatment. And I'm definitely staying, but I'll leave him the AM before the kids get there. Oh, so Heather, you packing a spend the night bag? You're staying, you want to get cuddled and treated, are you? Because I'm like Janae Aku. She says, like, I don't even need, like, what did she say? We don't even, like, you don't even gotta, we don't gotta cuddle or nothing like that. If it's just strictly that, we don't have to do none of that at all. Like, I can leave. I could take a shower at my house. For real. But if it's we're enjoying each other's company, then yes, like, let's have conversation and let's smoke after and maybe cuddle and shoot the shit. I don't know. That's cool. But again, that's not a sneaky link to me or a booty call. To me, I think that's different. I think there's layers to it. Like, I think there's people that you're strictly fucking. You call, what's up, it's cracking, we're cool. I don't know much about your personal life. You don't know much about mine, but we're safe and we're protected. And then you have people that you're dating or you're dealing with where, like, you want to cuddle, you got a little spend the night bag, you kick it, go out here and there. And then that could progress into where it's just, oh, and in that stage, you could actually still be seeing multiple people. Not saying you're fucking all of them, but you're experiencing other people. Then you decide, oh, I actually just want to do this with just you. And so now it's exclusive. It's just you and that person. Y'all doing full exchanges, romantic, and those are the levels. And I don't necessarily know if we practice the levels, because we will meet a nigga on Thursday and be in love by Tuesday. And I know, because I'm a lover girl too, but it's like really establishing those boundaries and understanding that there's layers to it, because for women, when we skip the layers, that's how we get fucked up. Like, we have these expectations and we think that he's in love with us, and it's not necessarily that. Like, he's dating you, he's exploring, seeing how things are, and it's up to you if you decide to have sex with him during that stage or not. It's totally up to you. You can or you can't, but that doesn't mean that he's not possibly having sex with other people, just like you could possibly be having sex with other people. And I know we don't talk about stuff like this, and that's the problem. We don't talk about stuff like this. So then when the nigga comes in with a whole nother broad, we're tripping. But why? Because we're just dating. That's not your man. And so really having those kind of conversations and understanding, like, what is a sneaky link? What is a booty call? What is the situation? Like, what is our understanding? And that's what I think in that movie that I was telling y'all about, Love and Death. That's what got fucked up, even though that's not what led to the death, but it kind of is. That's what happened. Like, even though they established clear boundaries in the beginning, they didn't follow them. And since they didn't follow them, somebody had to die. And so boundaries, conversations, layers, and levels. I'm telling you, I was yelling at the screen the whole episode. Like, see, this is what I mean when a side bride doesn't know. Because let's be honest, everybody has played a role sometimes. I've been the side bride, I've been the main bride. And be clear, like, sometimes you can choose. You can choose because it's less work, it's less responsibility. And these niggas be for everybody. Not all of y'all, not all of y'all, not all of y'all, because there are some really good dynamic men. But the ones that are for everybody really are for everybody. And the main ones that are for everybody, they're wives, they're women, they know it. So it's like you can make a choice. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying this is reality. It's reality. So you can be the side, you can be the main, you could be whatever. But it needs to be communicated. It needs to be a conversation about all of that. But Heather said, if I come over, I'm staying. But I have had a quick little let me go get stuff to do nighttime. Oh, I'm staying, and I might fall in love in 2 weeks. That me too. I might fall in love in 48 hours. I'm a lover girl. Like, I am a true lover girl. So like I love, but I don't like, I'm not head over heels over everybody. Like, that's not true. And I'm very selective. So if you're even in that space with me, like, it took a lot for me to even consider you in that space. So if you're in that space and I am like feeling you in that space, I'm like that hopeful romance, like, oh, Romeo, we don't gotta die. Like, no, not that type of shit. But I love. So yeah, Heather, I get it. I get that, like, fall in love in 2 weeks. But again, you're staying over. Are you cooking breakfast or is he making you breakfast? Are you cooking, Heather, or is he cooking? Miss Teresa says, I'm just not an intimate person. You have to really get through these layers, or let me see how much business we can take care of. You're a business girl. I like it. You're like, the way to my heart is show me something. See, Miss Teresa, that's why you're my girl. That's my girl. You said I gave up a long time ago. My friends and other stories turned me off. It's rough out here. It's rough out here for sure. Oh, yes. So if you need advice, because I'm telling you, these little emails be juicy. If you need advice and you want to have a conversation, send your email to Dear Jassy @gmail.com. DEARJASSY twice. So DEARJASSY @gmail.com. And we won't disclose your name or information if you don't want us to, but just send it over and we'll talk about it. And Twerkers Only, it wasn't a Tubi classic. It was actually on Netflix. It's on Netflix. It's called Love and Death, and it's actually white people, and it's 7 episodes. And I'm telling you, it had me in a chokehold, because I knew she was going to get crazy. She pursued the affair, and she was talking all this to her homegirl, like, oh, he's not even attractive, like, he's not even cute, so he's love proof. I just want to have sex, like, I just want to, be desired again, because this was at the time where she was a housewife. Her husband was, whatever, he wasn't really interested in her, but he took good care of her, that whole story, or whatever the case may be. And so, yeah, If you, twerkers only, if you have Netflix, check it out. It's a good one. So that's what I'm talking about. Oh, definitely. Heather, somebody's eating something. Somebody's definitely. What do you mean? If you're at the whole point of a sneaky link is to get ate. What do you mean no one's getting ate? You're absolutely getting ate. So maybe nobody's cooking or nobody's having breakfast. We'll phrase it that way. Twerkers only says you ain't gotta cook DoorDash. No, that's not fun. DoorDash is expensive, and I don't like soggy pancakes. By the time DoorDash comes with breakfast, the pancakes are soggy. You can't. I'm very specific. I'm a very particular person about my breakfast. So my eggs got to be cooked a certain way. I don't want my pancakes soggy, and I don't even want to get out to go to the door. So I want to stay in the bed. You cook me breakfast, and then I could be breakfast after we eat together. So let's just do that. How about that? But no, we're not doing DoorDash. You could pay me to DoorDash. That works. Yes, Heather, touche. Touche. We're absolutely getting ate. For sure. Okay, so I think I caught up on all the comments. Yes, oh, Miss T, you said if I feed him, he's going to stay. That's a good point. That's a very good point. That's a valid point, Miss T. That's why I said 4:30. Or you could take your food to go, but that, I got to think about that. I really do. I do got to think about that because that's the way to a man's heart. And I can cook. Like, I can actually cook. Like, I don't do frozen shit. Like, nothing's frozen. We're doing fresh everything. Pastas from scratch. Well, I can't make the noodles, but I'm saying, like, when I make my dishes, everything is from scratch. And I can really cook. So I might have to think about that, Miss T. You're right. And yes, Heather, I'm not fucking with no soggy pancakes. And you know I'm not lying. Get you some when they're home, they're fresh, and I like to put cinnamon and some vanilla in my pancakes. I like to whip them up, and cooking together is intimate. So you're right again, Miss T. Like, you're right. Cooking and feeding them, that may not quite be a booty call. That might be a little bit more, but it's intimate. I think for sure, and like. You could tell a lot by how a person cooks or doesn't cook or knows how to cook. And I think a man should know how to be able to prepare something like surprise me. I don't know who's paying, Heather. You tell me. If we're at my house and I got food, no. All right, so let's go back. A booty call, nobody. You go eat at your house. I'm going to eat on my way. Whatever. If we're in a situation and we're enjoying each other's company or whatever the case may be, I would hope that we got food at the house so nobody has to pay, because I told you I'm not door dashing. So hopefully you got food at the house where we can put something together. And then if not, we'll have to figure it out. But make sure you got something. And that's important too. Like, have something in your house that you could, you know what, baby? And this isn't the booty call conversation because we already said you're not packing no bags. We gonna hit it and you gonna go. But if it's like, y'all are doing some cool stuff or whatever, like, have something in your house where you could put something together fast. Maybe throw together some little tacos or some Alfredo. And I know those are basic meals, but they're meals that you can, like, do something. Everything doesn't have to be out and go, because if we're being honest, when you go to the restaurant, you're ordering that same shit. Some chicken Alfredo, some salmon. You can make that at your house. And you can get to know each other, explore, all that kind of stuff. Heather, who's door dashing? I told you we're not door dashing. Either he's cooking or you're cooking. But if you door dash, I say, I'm not paying. I'm not paying for DoorDash. So he's paying. Absolutely paying. And I don't care where we are. If we're at his house or my house, he's paying for DoorDash. Because, yeah, no. And Winston says that I love to cook. I actually prefer a homemade meal, but the way to a man's heart is through the gut. I agree. So, do you cook for your ladies, Winston? And I'm assuming, I don't know if Winston 74 is the man or woman because I can just see Winston. But do you cook for your partners? And are you cooking for your booty call, or are you cooking just for your situations or the people that you're dating? Like, who gets your food? Who gets to eat with you? Like, if I'm coming over for just a situation, are we having dinner after or breakfast after? Or do I have to go home? Like, what does that look like? Booty calls only go to hotels, not your crib. Okay, Miss Teresa. So, and let me just tell you, that's where they met every week on that movie. And she had so much fun picking out what hotel they were going to be at. And she had some little cute ones. But you're right. They met every week at a hotel. But I think they met more for discretion. So you're saying if it's not a situation or somebody that you're dating and it's strictly just one-offs, then it needs to be in a hotel. Like, you can't even come to my house. I respect that. Miss T, you are so old school. I could see you being like a madam. We could have conversations about that. Like, I just want to explore your head about that. And Miss, my other Miss T too, both of y'all, I just love y'all's wisdom and your life and how you just take your experiences and just make them so dope. So, I appreciate y'all. But Winston 74, are you cooking for your sneaky link, your booty call? Or are you just strictly for somebody that you're dating? Like, who are you cooking for? Who gets your meals? How does that work? And then let me see. Yeah, Shishi, you know, cooking is a love language. It's definitely a love language, and I enjoy it. I take it. I really, really, really. Okay, well, you said absolutely I'm cooking, but for who? For your booty call too? Like, your booty call is getting your good loving from your food too? Not mine. No. Nope. Come do what you do. We might could smoke a blunt after, but I'm not feeding you. Because, like, Miss T said, Mama T said that feeding them will make them stay. So are you trying to have your booty call stay too, or what's up with that? You tell me. Okay. Miss T she said, away to a man's heart, my ass, them greedy will eat off of everybody's plate, no matter how delicious the platter. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave it. Miss T, I'm going to leave that there. Because I told you, we are going to find you a man that's just going to restore that hope and just let you know that it is possible, even if it's just for a moment, even if it's just for an experience and it's not lifelong. But I'm telling you, he's gonna sweep you off your feet, honey, and it's not gonna be all men. Cause I don't like to say all men, cause I know some dope men, and I know some men who will meet you where you are, and I know some dog ass men too. I'm not gonna lie, but they're honest about it, and they're really their truth about it, and I can respect that for sure. If you're there to catch the meal, grab a plate. Okay. All right. That's not answering me, but I'll say that. So, are you getting up after having sex to cook for your sneaky link, Winston? That's what I'm asking you. Are you cooking after you're doing it? Or is it like, all right, I'm about to, that's what I'm asking you. All right. Shishi, you do, girl. You cook for situationships. And you cook for me too, and I love it. So she said she's cooking for situationships. Not sneaky links though, or booty calls. We're not cooking. Well, we already established that. We're not doing that. Okay. Am I cooking for situationships? Yeah. I could do that. Yeah, because I think situationships, like, they could spend the night. We could, because that's dating. I feel like we've called it something different, but it's dating. And if, like, we're open, yeah, we're dating. Are we exclusive? Are we not exclusive? I don't know, but it's our conversation, and we're being able to have that together. Heather, you hate cooking for yourself, so does that mean you're not cooking for your dude? Like, you're like, no? Okay. So Peach Bottom Batty said, after I fuck you good, get up and make me some tacos. Okay, listen, Peach, you were talking my language. Cause I want some real food too. Like, I know I said pancakes earlier from DoorDash, but no, like, give me some spaghetti and fried chicken. Give me some tacos. Like if you were gonna feed me, like, feed me. Like, cause like you said, what is B said Red Lobster. Like, I'm gonna take you to Red Lobster. Remember that? I love that. Anyway, but yeah, like, I want some food. Like, Twerker, I'm not gonna even read that. That's crazy. But that's what I'm saying. Yes, we're gonna give Miss T some love. But if it's a situationship and we're eating, like, yes, feed me good. Definitely feed me good. And it says cooking means using the stove, not just, hold on, I'm gonna slide to the side. Not just the, who cooks in the microwave? You can't even, the microwave isn't cooking. That's like warming up food. Like, you don't cook in the microwave. What? Sweet tea is my favorite. That's all I drink. But yes, so Build and Grow. What are you? Okay, so Build and Grow. We're on the stove. Are we on the stove for our sneaky link, aka booty calls? Or are we on the stove for our situations that we're dating? Is it like you got to get up and go? Like, how is this looking? And Peach Bottom Batty, sweet tea is my favorite thing to drink. If you know me, you know I always have sweet tea or water or tequila. So yes, and I brew my own tea every morning right on the stove. I'm brewing my tea, putting my lemon, my sugar. So yes, go ahead and pour me some sweet tea. Give me some tacos. Yeah. But not if you're just my booty call, because if you're just a booty call, come do what you're supposed to do and then be on your way. And even the caveat for the situations, like the people I'm dating, you can't stay long either because my kids are coming home and you can't be there when my kids get home. So you got to go before that too. You got to go before that. Yeah. So Miss T, yes, I love that. You're dope. You're amazing to me. I know your story. I know where you come from. I know how you are, where you presented and what you do. And let me tell you, I be in my house, like, I really wish I could ask Miss T to come and clean my house, because she used to have a house cleaning business and she was the most thoroughest. And I've had a lot of people come clean my house. Miss T was the most thoroughest cleaner ever. When I'm telling you, she's hitting them corners, she's bringing her duster, she got her own vacuum, she's like one of them old school. So then when them new bitches came and started cleaning my house, I'm like, what are you doing? But Miss T retired, and I'd be so sad because my baseboards right now, because sure use some loving, Miss T. But I love you so much. But yeah, you're solid. You're solid for sure. So you would, but I don't. So you would cook, Heather. That's interesting. That's interesting for sure. That's interesting for sure. I had a heifer. Really? Build and Grow? So warmed you up something in the microwave and said that she cooked for you? That's disrespectful. That would make me question your performance. Was she happy with you? Because that's rude. Or, no, I'm just playing, kinda. Does she know how to cook? That's a question. Like, because not everybody knows how to cook. Like, and Heather says she don't even like to cook. So that's important too. Like, I think know how to make something. At least one or two basic dishes. Know how to make a breakfast dish. And pancakes are so simple. It's literally just add some water to the mix, put some cinnamon, some vanilla, flavor it up, and skillet it. French toast, that's my shit. I can get down with some French toast. That's a little bit more complicated. But pick something basic in every category, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that you can just go and make your signature dish so that you're not looking like you're an incompetent human. Like, humans should know how to cook for themselves. Something, one meal. And so Executive Champ said, as a man, I would cook. That don't mean we go together. That means we had sex, got hungry, and I cooked. Okay, so who are you cooking for, though, Champ? Are you cooking for your booty call? Are you cooking for the girl that you're dating? Is it for everybody? Is it everybody, or is it layers? Because this is stemming from an email where the girl, she says he's a sneaky link, but now all of a sudden he's eating up all her groceries. They are spending time together. He's taking naps over there. Let me see. What is it? Yeah. So there he's spending the night over there. And she says that it's without permission. But I'm saying, girl, if you're allowing the nigga to come to your house and he's spending the night, like, you've given him permission. Like, this is no longer a sneaky link. And then I recalled my age and told y'all how old I was, because I was like, back in the day, this actually used to just be called a booty call, where that's the sole purpose. So if it went from being a booty call where y'all were just fucking, and that's simply what it was, and now he's transitioned it into something a little bit more intimate for him, to where he's moving, like, he leaves clothes at her house, he eats her groceries, he takes naps after work, and calls it quality time. I'm like, well, girl, that's not a booty call. That's not a sneaky link. That's a whole situation, and you're allowing it. So my question is going back to say, what are you allowing? Like, are you cooking for your sneaky link? Are you cooking for your booty call? Or how does it go? I don't matter. It don't matter. We hungry. We eat. I like that. So you're like, if you're here, we're fucking. I'm hungry. You're hungry. We ate. What are you cooking? What are you gonna make? Are you making breakfast, lunch, dinner? What you gonna make? I agree, Miss Teresa. Google and YouTube. You can literally watch videos on how to cook. Like, you can literally, and cooking isn't hard. It really is like an act of love. I think, like, when you see it as that, like, it's a way to create and express yourself. Different herbs, seasonings, what you like. But it's really basic. It's not a hard concept to do at all. But what are you feeding me, Executive? What are we eating? Well, I'll let you tell me when you get back to the circle to tell me what we're eating. Miss Teresa, I was saying the same thing. Like, make sure that he actually has somewhere to go and that he's just not taking advantage of your space because he might be homeless. So, as y'all see, the conversations get really good. Okay, wait, hold on. Executive Champs, hop back in. If we bumping uglies and I'm good, those sound like for slanging presidential. Oh, wait, hold on. I wanted to go back up to where I had said, oh, Building Girl, when you were like performance and you put the laughing faces. No, for real. Like, I'm not questioning you, but can she cook? Like, or like, cause if it was just like, oh my God, this is everything. First, I'm gonna lay there for a second because I need to recoup and I just need to breathe and just bask in the moment. But then I'm not about to go downstairs and throw nothing in the microwave. Like, I want to come express my love and appreciation through whatever I'm about to cook for you, because honey, you did that. So I'm saying, if she came downstairs and was like, let me throw this nigga something in the microwave, I don't know. I'm just saying. And I'm just saying, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, she could have did some hamburger helper or something. So I hope you didn't go back. Or if you went back knowing that you wasn't gonna get no real meal. Tweakers only. I couldn't even tell you the last time I had hamburger helper. Like, I don't even know. I make again, I do everything from scratch, my nigga. So I'm making my own pasta dishes. I'm making goulash. But buy a hamburger helper, like, building girl, we need to talk about your standards. We got to talk about this because what? And I understand you're like, at least it started with the microwave. We could at least got some hamburger helper. Executive champs, you're making me fried chicken and fries? Say word. That's my type of language. And salmon is my favorite. Like, you can't go wrong with salmon. You could do teriyaki. You could do lemon pepper. I make this bomb ass salmon pasta. It's phenomenal. My kids kill it. And that's another thing about knowing how to cook. My kids are bougie as fuck. They don't like regular food. My baby Titan is 2 and he will eat you out of house and home. He wants baked beans, potatoes, macaroni and cheese. He wants chicken. He wants all of that. Miss Teresa, I don't even feed my kids hamburger helper. So I can't even say hamburger helper is for kids because I can't even. No. The only thing I really buy is like pasta sauce, and that's just because I haven't learned how to do the tomato paste quite right. But besides that, nah. As long as you have some hot sauce. Oh, you'll be mad at me, Peach Bottom, because I don't even eat hot sauce. I know. You're like, girl, you're black and you don't like hot sauce. Let me tell you, the only reason why I have hot sauce at the house is because I host mamas. Shout out to mamas. And I have like gatherings. I have house parties. We have like full shindigs. And all my girls like hot sauce. And so I'm like, damn, you should probably have hot sauce. And then I found out that I didn't even buy the right kind. Well, I got like is it the Louisiana? Yeah, Louisiana hot sauce in the white and yellow. And they're like, that's cool, but that's not the right kind. I'm like, okay. But yeah, I don't have hot sauce or hamburger helper in my house. Not the right one, I guess. Anything else? A snack, some chips, leftovers. That's what I'm saying too, Heather. Like, there got to be something in your house. Keep something in your house. Something. Oh, okay. So Peach Bottom Baddie. So Mamas Who Hustle is a collective for women who are more than mamas. And so it's a safe space for women to build. And so twice a year, I have a cohort of women where we actually run a 12-week program where we start with a goal. And over the 12 weeks, we build bond and sisterhood and community. And over the 12 weeks, they work together to accomplish their goals. And at the end of the 12 weeks, we go out the country. We go to Cancun, to the Bahamas. We go to Mexico. We go all the places. And what's so dope is like, it builds relationships that you just would have never thought were possible. A lot of the people that you see in the chat, Mama T, she, usually Sean is in here. A lot of the people that you see in the chat are actual mamas. They're part of my family. They're my sisters. There's my mommies, and they love me, and we love each other. And so, once you complete the program, once you complete the 12 weeks, you're now like a part of the family. And so at my house, I host, we have parties like all the fucking time. And before I was doing them once a month, like I was having dominoes, spades, tournaments. But then like I was having them, I felt like I was doing them too much because people got used to me having them and they stopped coming because it was like, oh, well, I don't have to come this month because I know she will have it next month. So it wasn't as well attended as they would be when I would have them less. And so I have parties all the time. And what I realized is people don't like to leave my house. And that's another reason why I don't have them as often is because my parties go to like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And like my neighbor be trying to invite himself over and we take up the whole block. Like it literally be like at least 30 women. Mom, that's an exaggeration. Let me not exaggerate. There's 30 women in Mamas. I say, like, for our gatherings, there's always at least like 15 of us that will get together. And then if it's like the real holiday event, there's probably like 20 of us that'll get together. And so Mamas is the collective. It's a sisterhood. And so we build and we grow. And then I have gatherings at the house where we just do fun shit. So that's what I was talking about when I said Mamas. So they come over and they be like, Jazz, where's the hot sauce? And I'm like, the fuck? I don't eat that. And so I'm like, oh, actually, I probably should do that. God did. Yes, my parties, when I have them, they're open. So I had a full basement 90s house party. Do you hear me? And it was cracking. I had a DJ Gemini came, and then DJ New Brand came. I don't know if you're in Colorado or if you know them. But yeah, we had house parties. They were like late night house parties. They went till like 6 in the morning. That's what I'm saying. And I'll just be in my own little world, so I don't mind. And then I'm like, oh, you're here at 6 and you have to be to work at 8. That's a problem. And your wife's calling, and it just, all those things. So yeah. But let me get back to these comments. Yeah, I don't do hamburger helper. I really hope somebody knows how to help you with that. And you're right. Everyone, you can't eat everyone's cooking. But Miss Teresa, if you are at their house, and I know you're saying like witchcraft is real, but if you've had sex with them, you've already been at a place of exchange. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different place. I would rather have you make me some food. Miss Mama T says, men move in on the slide closely but slowly if you allow it. So fuck food fun. Miss T, say that again. That's what I was saying to her. Like, you're allowing this, girl. You are letting him come to your house. You're letting him eat your snacks. It ain't slide. Like, you are letting this happen, girl. So set them boundaries, because niggas is slick. And what I say earlier, give them an inch, they'll take a mile. But that's a human nature. That's not just men. Even though we see a lot more men on couches these days. But yeah, set the boundaries and let it be. And again, if that's the space that you're in, don't feel bad about the fact you just want to fuck the nigga. It's okay. Like, you can do that and be cool. And no, Mr. Jackson Lantern, there's no boom boom room. We do got a craps room though, where you can go shoot craps, do a little poker, a little blackjack, and it's a smoker room. But we don't have a boom boom room. But let me caveat that. If you are in Denver, be on the lookout for Shiesties and Stilettos, the gentleman's experience. That's going to take place on Valentine's Day. So there may be a little boom boom room experience there. So mark that. Mark that. Shiesty and Stilettos. February, Valentine's gentleman experience. We might have a little boom boom room action for you there. So mark that, Mr. Jack-O-Lantern. Okay, and Sneaker Geek said whoever's house is in the arena for the night is responsible for the food. So, like, responsible for cooking or responsible for, like, providing it? Because if you're at my house, it depends. I might cook for you, but then I also might want you to cook for me too. And then we might also cook together because, like we were saying earlier today, like, cooking is a love language. Like, we could do that together if I like you like that. If we're just fucking and that's simply what it is, I probably won't even cook for you. Not unless it's like, whoa. But we could cook together. So it's always dope to have adult house parties and then casually end up in the boom boom room. You know, it's so funny you said that, Jack-O-Lantern, because that's what my homeboys were saying too. They were ready to come. They was looking for the bitches, for sure. They was down, ready to freak it out. And remember them old school freak parties? That's exactly what it was. There was flat, like, red lights, 90 clothes. But no, I'm not setting up no boom boom rooms in that situation. But trust me, like I said, save the date. Shiesty and Stilettos. We will boom boom for sure. Make sure you save that. Okay, so nap at your house, food out the fridge, driving her car. Those are good. Those are good swivel amenities. So As a booty call, I should be mm-mm. Mm-mm. So because we have great sex, you should be able to drive my car? Why don't you have your own fucking car? What do you mean? What? That doesn't even sound right. And we got food at your house. Okay, you can come. No, why don't you have a car? Why don't you have your car? You gotta transition is cool. Your car broke down, you're getting a new one. That's dope. But like saying just off top that you're driving my car lets me know you don't have one. Why? That's not okay. That's not okay. Okay, so sneaker geek, if it's cracking at my house, then I'm responsible for cooking. But like, what if I don't know how to cook? Is that a turnoff, or what are we doing? Heather agrees with me. Like, yeah, you're not driving my car just because you fucked me good. That sounds crazy. That doesn't even make sense. It has to be more than that. We have to be in some level of reciprocity. And like I said, it has to be in transition, because either you have a car, you get a car, your car is breaking down, something, but like, you're not just coming to me and my car becomes our car. The fuck? No, that's crazy. Okay. Winston, you're making gumbo in the morning at 4:30? Hold on. What does it say? I'll make gumbo, but you gotta catch the meal. And you said it's for not. Oh, now you're getting a little non-spitters. Okay, so I'll make gumbo, but you gotta catch the meal. Customized meals is for non-spitters. So if I swallow, I'll get gumbo. If I spit, what do I get? Because not everyone gets swallowed. So what do I need to know as a non-spitter, what are my options? I mean, as a spitter, what are my options? Because I don't know. And I don't know if you can make gumbo at 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, I think you're stretching it. Give me something else. Or maybe you were planning and preparing, which is also a good thing too. Like if you're planning and preparing and getting ready for me because you know I'm about to come bedazzle you and you want to have some gumbo ready for me. That's wonderful. But I think I'm a spitter. So let's look at different terms there. Cars in the shop. Can I borrow yours? Yeah, no. No, not at all. So those are the things that we were talking about in all these conversations and how it just kind of flows and goes. So bottom line, communication. Hold on, you're saying really good swilla is rare and deserves all amenities. Respect the good people. How do you know it's rare? So I'm the type of person, I believe any situation that I'm in is going to be phenomenal. So I can make any swilla good swilla, if you get what I'm saying. So what if I spit, I don't get anything? Well, then I guess I'll make sure I eat before I come. Both times. You sound, I bet you executive champs, and you know what? I bet you do. Because there are some women where if you give it to them right, baby, they cutting checks, they paying rent, they playing stepmom, they doing it all for the D. And I'm not mad at you, but that ain't me. It's not me, but I believe it. We see it all the time. We see bitches get stupid over the D all the time. Friendships get fucked up. Your head gets messed up. Your weight gets messed up. You get sick, can't eat, can't sleep, all over the D. I get it. So I believe you. I believe that you're worthy of it. Just not for me. But you can earn it. I believe that for sure. For sure. Okay, so join us next week on Friday, our network, And if you have some stuff that you want to talk about, like we've been talking, and you see how we go on all these different tangents, and it's all based on the comments on what you guys are saying. So, if you have something you want to talk about, shoot the shit. Dear Jassy at gmail.com. Fridays, 4 p.m. Denver time. Denver Mountain Standard Time, 4 p.m. We'll meet here and we'll do this every Friday, 4 p.m. Our network. And that's what I said. And even if it has some gold, like, yeah, my name is, my name is Jasmine. Jasmine Elizabeth is my name. You can follow me on all the platforms, Jasmine Elizabeth. And you can check out my website, JasmineElizabethInc.com. So, this was a good conversation. And I love to hear from the men. I love that you guys were here. So, definitely join me next Friday. Same space, same place. I think y'all are on YouTube, and I think that's dope. So continue to hop on and share there, and invite your friends, because it's always cool when we have men tapping in. And I like all the age ranges, all the backgrounds, and all the conversations. It's super, super dope. But yeah, no, I guess I'm not. So if I'm dealing with my friend on YouTube, I got to make sure I eat first, because I'm not swallowing. And no one else has told me what else I could get in the morning besides some soggy pancakes. If anyone wants to make me some catfish and some spaghetti. Miss Teresa said you can't be eating everybody's food, though, because witchcraft is real. But Miss T said you can't even come into her house and take your shoes off. That's too comfortable. Mama T said don't feed them niggas, because that's how they stay around. And if you do, understand what you're getting your situation into, because niggas will try to creep in without warning. So be careful and cognizant of that. We all agree that cooking is a love language, and everybody needs to know how to make a basic dish, a basic breakfast, a basic lunch, dinner, something. And the microwave is not fucking cooking. That doesn't count. The microwave is not cooking whatsoever. Miss Teresa said check out Google. That'll teach you how to make something. YouTube will help you learn how to make something. You don't have to do it that way. And we said boundaries. Understand your levels of dating. You either have a sneaky link, aka a booty call. For me, if you're a sneaky link booty call, there's no spend the night bags. We're fucking, we're leaving. That's it. If it's a situationship, that's actually like aka dating, where we are actually enjoying each other's time. You might not be my only one. I might not be your only one. But it's been communicated and we have that understanding. So I might make you breakfast. I might not. Then from the situationship, it might actually become something for real, like a relationship where you decide that I'm just dealing with you and you're just dealing with me, however that looks like. Because even in relationships, they could be open, like you're exclusive, we're exclusive, but I can still date other people, but I'm not fucking them, or you can still, whatever the case may be. But it's very intentional, it's very exclusive, it's very defined. And then from there, if marriage is your shit, then that's what you do. If you commit to lifelong partnership, that's what you do. But you recognize like there's stages and levels to this shit. And not everybody's getting the same treatment. And not everybody might not be on the same page. So that's why it's so important, especially for us women, to know what the fuck you're doing. Because you might think you got a nigga and you're dating him, but in his mind, you're just a booty call. So think about that and how you show up. And then if you are deciding to be okay with being the side chick or being whatever the case may be, make sure you're fully okay with that. Because when you're not, shit gets sticky and boundaries get lost and bitches get cut up. Like I said in Love and Death on Netflix. That really happened. So make sure you know. And if you choose to play that role, because you can by choice, I have. If you choose to play that role, make sure your emotions aren't attached because it never turns out good. So know your role, know your place, know what you're accepting. My lip just got hella dry. Sorry. Know what you're accepting and what you're allowing by communication or whatnot. And then the other conversation that we had about the best friends. So the conversation we had about the best friend whose homegirl's boyfriend slid in her DMs, like, how do you even have to have that as a question? Like, if your friend, your best friend's nigga is in your DMs and you have to question if you're going to tell her, you need to question what kind of fucking friend you are, because that's crazy. So watch your friends, keep your love life and how you're getting digged down to yourself, because sometimes that makes your partner a little bit more appealing to other people, and that goes both ways. So keep that to yourself. And if you don't have strong boundaries with your friends, then you need to really think about what type of friend you are, because that's a lot. So that's my wrap up of this week. It was pretty long, but it covered all the shit that we talked about. Send me some emails so we can continue these kind of conversations next week. Dear Jassy, if you're in Denver, like I said, come out to Breathe on Sunday at Tetra. We'll be there from 2 to 7. We'll have the massage therapist. We're looking for you to come out and bless the mic on open mic from 4 to 5:30. 2 to 4, we'll do spades, dominoes. And I'm trying to crack somebody in spades, because last week we couldn't get a consistent group of people to come out. So we want people to come out and play with us. Come have fun. So Sunday you can catch me at Tetra from 2 to 7. Meet us there. And then if not, you can catch me here next Friday, 4 p.m. on our network. And that is it. See you soon.
Yeah. Our network. Not just for the people.
We are the people.
All right.